We're here with Ella the morning of her surgery. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah, so today is actually our big St. Louis facelift course. And I'm going to show you what I show doctors and what I show patients in terms of how we're planning surgery. So Ella is 59. And today I'm going to show you why I recommended to Ella what we recommended. So Ella, turn diagonally here. So usually the first thing I do when I'm assessing a patient and showing them is I plan the lift manually. And I grab, it's not skin, it's skin and the muscle underneath it. And I lift and see, turn back towards the camera now, whole body. And I lift it and see under here, does that clean out spectacularly when I just lift the skin, soft tissue, muscular envelope? And in her case, it really does. And actually, what did I tell you in the consult?
You told me I'm going to make you bionic.
Yeah. So when I did this, I was so excited by how well that cleaned out. I said, we're going to get a bionic level result. In people that need significant deep neck work, when I do this, it's still chunky in here. And that tells me there's a lot of sculpture to be done. In Ella, I feel like this is mostly repositioning to be done. Okay. I still need to treat the inside of the neck to get the platysmal edges trimmed. It's like a blazer that's too big. I need to trim the edges and to still get the shapes, especially that real crisp shape at the angle of the neck built. But this first test tells me that looks pretty good. And I don't think there's a lot of substantial deep neck work to be done. In her pre-op photos that I was reviewing last night, as I always reviewed my patient photos the night before, I got a hint there might be a little turn diagonally towards me. I'm not sure if it's going to show on camera. I got a hint there might be a little excess gland spot, just a little, but I'll know when I get in for surgery. Okay, back straight again. So then the next step, and this is what the types of things that go with patients on their Zoom consultation or in the mirror. The next step is when I get the neck really good, like super where I want it to be, that bionic neck, it shows you the laxity in the face. So the looseness down here, this is the face that has fallen into the neck. You can't treat this in isolation because it started up here. Okay. Then we need to carry this looseness at the same time. So we get both of these together looking right at the same time. What that shows you is that there's just a little bit of temple to be treated at the same time. Okay. And so this is like a kind of leaky apartment building. We got a little bit of leak on the third floor and a little bit of leak on the second floor and a little bit of leak on the ground floor. And that's why the basement has standing water in it. Okay. So we got to go all the way back out. The other things we're planning for Ella, she's got a little bit of a tear trough hollow, just a little, eyes up towards the ceiling. You can see the little bit of herniated lower lid fat, just a little bit. And then look straight ahead. We're going to, what did you say? We're going to, the sheets. We're going to change the sheets.
Yeah,
clean the sheets
with a dirty bedspread.
We're gonna press and despot the bedspread.
That's right.
And so that's little speckles, and they'll be full face CO2 laser. Finishing touches, the hollowness and the tear trough, that'll be fat transfer. I'm going to do a little bit of fat transfer in the temple hollows. They're very subtle, but it'll really help bring the energy and the youthful feeling up there. You might be able to see a little shadow depression right here at the pre-gel sulcus. We'll be doing just a little bit of fat transfer on both sides there. That's pretty much it. Thank you for letting me show everybody kind of the thought process behind this.
Absolutely. I'm excited to be a part of the teaching of all of this. That's why I'm here. I've watched you teach and I've watched you talk about how you do it and why you do it. That's why I'm here.
Thank you. I appreciate it. We are day 1 after surgery with Ella. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. So yes, Ella is 58, although 42 now. And yesterday we did for her a deep neck lift, deep clean facelift, lower blepharoplasty, Browlift, a little bit of fat transfer, and a full face laser resurfacing. How did your first night go?
It was good.
Yeah? Not too bad?
No.
So I hear that you had a little bit of pain. Tell me about that. Where was it?
I did, but it wasn't anywhere surgical. It wasn't anywhere that you touched. It was more just the very back of my neck, I think, trying to sleep flat.
Yeah. So that's the biggest complaints we get is sleep. Did you sleep much?
I did.
Okay, so you're actually great. No surgical pain, slept well. I'm happy for you.
I ate.
But the pressure points, I think, where she was sitting on the operating room table, I think that's the point. When she was laying on that was kind of sensitive.
Yeah.
What brought you to this decision in your life where you're like, okay, I think I want to pursue this stuff?
Okay, I'm going to get a little deep on you.
Okay.
But I decided that if I was going to do this, it was my time to do it. Right now in my life, our kids are grown, kids are out of the house, and I wanted to do something where I know it's kind of a tried answer, but I feel on the outside the way I look on on the inside, and I look at this as I studied you for a very long time. And I look at this like art. Like everybody's an artist out there and they have their own palette and their own way of doing things. And you can go to a museum and all the art is beautiful. But you have to find that artist that speaks to you, that piece, the artist you want to collect in your home. And over and over and over, I came back to you and your art and the way you see faces. And once I found you and I watched the videos, I thought, that's the artist for me.
I love it. Yeah, so that's a real important point. We talked about that yesterday. There's different kinds of furniture, there's different kinds of hairstyles, and you just find someone that reliably delivers your style. That's, I think, probably the most important thing.
100%.
Yeah, so when I saw her, I told her I was going to make her bionic. She did an in-person consult.
I did.
And I played with the neck, and I was like, you're going to have an incredible neck. Turn this way, let's show it off.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it has turned out as expected. She has an absolutely incredible neckline. Turn back the other way so I don't get accused of showing your good side. Turn over there. But that looks great too. You'll see she has some netting sutures. I net everybody in the top corner because that tends to collect the kind of fluid that forms inside of a blister. We take that out 2 days, leaves no marks. And as you saw recently, if they're really bloody, I'll net in front and under the chin too. But she was perfectly well behaved. Turn back to the neutral position. Ella was actually our course patient yesterday, so I had some docs in town. Just kind of teaching a course with a bunch of my other doctor friends, and we had to do a live surgery for people to watch, closed circuit here in our conference room, and Ella was the live surgery.
I said I would do my best.
You are so sweet.
Asleep.
What else would you like to know about your first 24 hours?
I guess, you watch these videos, it helps people. I want to pay it forward. I want people to know to not be afraid. I want people to know that the people here just make you feel it's not a lie. Everybody here makes you feel so welcome and so loved. And it's just amazing. It's amazing. From the moment I started with Aaron all the way through to right now, I just feel like people care.
We have a good thing going here.
You have a great thing going here.
Thank you so much for doing this. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
We are post-op day 2 with Ella today. How are you?
Good.
So we misspoke yesterday. Ella is 59, not 58, soon to be 39.
Yes.
And she is the day after deep necklift, deep plane facelift, Browlift, full face laser resurfacing. I can't remember, did we under eyes on you as well? Lower lip blepharoplasty and a little sprinkle of fat transfer. How was your second day? How'd that go?
It was good. It was good. Yeah. I slept more last night than the first night. Still don't have any pain from what we did. The only thing is just it's hard to lay flat.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm honest about that, that's the hardest part is just to get yourself to lay flat.
And you asked me if you could be honest about something else.
Yes.
Yes.
I feel like a pumpkin today. I feel like I have a pumpkin face today.
Yeah.
And yesterday I didn't. Yesterday I thought I'm gonna rock this. I'm gonna be like somebody who doesn't swell. I'm gonna swell a little bit. That's okay.
Well, everybody swells. That's normal.
Mm-hmm.
And pumpkins are seasonally appropriate in
It's
October
true.
here in the Midwest.
It's October.
And it's normal for the second day to feel more swollen than the first day.
Mm-hmm.
And for the third and fourth day to be maybe even a little bit more intense on swelling than that. And then it comes back down. Everything's fine. But just be ready for that.
Yeah.
Diet, been eating okay? That hasn't been bothering you?
Nope, nothing.
And then what's your day like? So you wake up and grease, I'm sure. Like how do you greasing, icing,
all the things. We wake up and the first thing we do is ice.
Yeah.
And we put the ice on, we wait 20 minutes, then we take that off, and then we go to the vinegar soak, and then we take that off, and then we clean everything with hydrogen peroxide, and then we grease.
Yeah. And you do that cycle 3 or 4 times a day?
4 times a day.
Yeah. Perfect.
And we had added the stuff, the silvery powder, silvery
nitro paste. Yeah. So turn towards me. There are some areas, the camera always picks up purple much more intensely, but there are some areas that I was looking at Ella yesterday and the day before that I felt looked a little more congested, meaning the venous outflow wasn't wonderful. So we had her on a vasodilator called nitroglycerin paste and nitro paste. It's all resolved today. The other thing we did is we did extra hyperbaric oxygen treatments on
which was wonderful. I just slept
Good.
It was great.
Did the pressure bother you? It's like going on an airplane.
Like an airplane. No, I just kind of did what you do, clear your ears. And once I had a walkie-talkie, I was having fun. Are we up to altitude? As the captain taking the seatbelt sign off yet? And then I just went to sleep.
Okay, super. Good. Yeah. Well, let's let me see you look like. Turn face me. Okay. Should have done that while I had you over here. Okay. I promised her a bionic jawline. I think we're going to get a bionic jawline. The other very interesting thing, she shared with me some photos of her at 25, 35, 37, and turned diagonally now. She has very particular shapes in those photos with really pretty contours, like kind of shadow lines running up under her cheeks. And you're going to see those again. I can see them now, and you're definitely going to see them again. Turn the other way so I don't get accused of showing the good side. This is more bruised. This bruising appeared in the last day or so. Is that right?
That's right.
Yeah. And then this area that was more congested was picked up in the last day or so. So it's interesting to watch things change over time. Turn back this way. Anything else you want to let them know about your second day?
No, just feeling a little pumpkin-y for October, but I know it's normal.
Yeah.
It's normal.
Pain-wise, okay. Appetite-wise, okay.
Perfectly
Energy-wise, okay.
Great. Great.
All right.
Doing good.
Well, I'm happy for you. Thank you. Thank you. We're here day 10 with Ella. How are you?
I'm wonderful.
So I told her I was going to make her bionic, and I think we have at least met that expectation.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Ella is 59. 10 days ago, we did her deep plane facelift, deep necklift, lower blepharoplasty, a little bit of a brow lift, full face laser resurfacing, little sprinkle of fat transfer. I think that was it.
That was it. That was, and some magic.
So everyone's going to want to know how you healed so fast. What's your secret? That's what they're going to ask.
Just good people taking care of me. And I think positivity, just trusting, knowing this was going to be all right,
Well, you look, this is not normal. I'm just going to preface this. I'm happy that I've been saying that more frequently recently. This is not normal. I feel like our recoveries have been generally a little faster than they were a couple of years ago, but this is still not normal. Ella is absolutely off the charts fast healer. Tell us how your day. What's your experience been like here? Your 10 days. You had your pothole, I think, on day 2. I think your worst. And someone actually noticed that in your video. They said you seem sad.
Low, yeah, and it really wasn't the pothole. Like I didn't cry or I didn't feel depressed. It wasn't any of that kind of stuff. It was just I got more introspective, I think, about things, and and had to think about like when you look in the mirror after you've looked at yourself your whole life a certain way, and you look in the mirror, and the person looking back really doesn't look like you start to question like is this all going to be okay? You kind of have that moment, I think, that little, because, and I explained it to you, like I feel like we stood together and held hands and jumped out of an airplane, and it isn't an instantaneous parachute rip, and you just see the results. You're not on day 10 then, or 2 months. I think this will get better and better, but you have to kind of trust the process, like you say, and you have to know that you're going to get there, and just breathe and relax and heal. And that's your job.
Yeah. Had you ever had any previous facial surgery?
None.
I take back. She had she had some 2 or 3 kind of significant skin cancer.
Yeah, that was not fun stuff.
So you may see some very subtle contour depressions here. They were from very significant skin cancer repairs before this.
Yep.
Other than that, you never had any previous facial surgery?
Nothing. I've never had anything done.
So I'd say I think it's fair to say you got in the deep end of the pool, right? Because you never, you didn't do like a nose at one point, and some eyelids at one point, maybe a little bit of liposuction. But I mean, you went from occasionally getting an injection to
the full Monty.
Yeah.
Correct.
What was your thought there? What was your feeling about that?
If my family's watching, they're going to say, that's probably her MO, is just, when your time is right, Ella's not going to be one that let's just dance around the edges of anything. She's just going to be like, let's do it. It didn't happen fast like that because I studied you for a very long time. And we talked about that once. But so I did my homework. I did my research because it's serious. I wanted the result I wanted. And I wanted it to be natural, and I wanted it to be non-surgical. That's a weird word to stand here stitched up, and I wanted it to feel like me, but only better. Me, but refreshed. And I said to you earlier, I think this is a pilot term because of my husband, you over-G'd. I think you went way further than I dreamed you were going to go, which I'm thrilled about.
Well, thank you. So just to clarify, you don't think you look too done? You feel like you got more than you expected out of the result?
Absolutely. Yeah, I still feel like me in the mirror.
Oh, yeah.
But I just feel like fresh, and I feel like finally
the outside matches how I feel on the inside.
I love it. Well, let's do a couple looks. I'm gonna have you turn towards me. Let's do me first.
Okay.
So she looks spectacular. Again, a little evidence of the previous skin cancer reconstruction. That's to be expected. That'll actually fade as some of the swelling fades.
And you softened it.
Yeah, and it's better, no question. Bionic jawline. You will see here incision pattern. She was a good one for behind the ear. I did not take this incision up over her temple. It stops right here. And I was able to do that because she got a Browlift. These little clips are coming out at the end of this interview, but for timing's sake, we had to do the interview first. So this is the Browlift incision. Those clips are coming out. They will leave no trace. The facelift incision stops here and does not travel up along the front, which is the most telling part of the facelift incision. You'll also notice I didn't take that facelift incision down under where the little fuzzy hairs are going to come back. If you put it way down here, that looks really crazy. So what she's going to get is an undetectable facelift incision because she'll maintain her club hairs, the thick spaghetti-like ones. The little paintbrush ones will come back. This will be right in the junction between the two with nothing rising along the front of the hairline. So that is going to be the most camouflaged anterior facelift incision. She still has her stitches in the back. They rise and they come right exactly at the hairline. I had a couple people ask, well, why don't you take that and go into the hair? If you do that, when you lift the neck, this part of the hairline will shift back and she would get a stair step in the hairline that is visible from across the ballroom, right? Yeah. This, under close inspection, you won't see it because hairs will grow through that little incision line. If I had taken this and gone straight back and hidden it, this part would swivel back and her hairline would go here, horizontal, and then down. And that is visible from across the world. So there's real intention in where we place incision lines based on how people's hairlines are, believe it or not. Turn the other way.
And you guys never let me have my hair all down, but when my hair's all down like I wear it, you'll see nothing.
Oh, for sure. But you will have the option of pulling it all the way.
On a high pony, yes.
Yes. Yeah. Where she came in with her hair. I'm going to step you just a little bit this way. She came with her hair a little down and beautiful.
Wild.
But I asked her to put it up just so that we could show all this stuff and people could really see. Same thing here. It'll be at the junction between the club hair and the fuzzy hair. Absolutely invisible. Nothing rising on the front. There will be hairs. These little wispy hairs will be going right through that incision line, and she can be sitting right next to someone. They won't see it, as opposed to a stair step, which would be visible from across the room. Any other things you want to let them know?
You didn't take away my dimples.
Oh, we kept her dimples. Tell us. Let's hear about the nipples.
Well, I just said I have dimples, and I said, "What's going to happen?" You said they're probably going to be gone, and so we said goodbye to them the night before surgery. But yesterday I said I still have my dimples. So
if people really, really, really identify strongly with their dimples, there are steps I take to make sure we keep them. If they say to me, I just want the best lift possible, I'm not so worried about the dimples, then I don't take those specific steps. I can't then guarantee the dimples will stay, but sometimes they do. So you got the best of both worlds.
Yeah, because I turned you loose, so I hope.
Sure did. Good.
Better than, again, over-G'd.
I love it.
Over-G'd.
Well, thank you so much. You've been an absolute delight, and I know I'll get contact with you over the next many years, next many months and years.
Yes.
But I hope at some point you come back so I can see you face to face.
I would love to. Just when it all settles, that would be super fun.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
You're amazing.
Hey, Dr. Nyack, as promised, I want to send a quick video from the caregiver's perspective that hopefully you could share with others that go through this process in the future. Lesson number 1 is a reality. I was not prepared for what Ella would look like directly after surgery. Even though I watched all of the videos, it still was a shock to me to see her in that condition. It's always a shock to see somebody that you love and care about directly after surgery. So just be prepared. Lesson number 2 is how phenomenal that 24-hour nursing care is. Dr. Nyack offers 24-hour nursing care to all of his patients, and those nurses took us from his office to our hotel room and were with us for the next 24 hours. And our nurses, Lynette, Sunny, and Hannah, were absolute touchdowns, and I couldn't speak highly enough of them because of how they took care of Ella, but they also taught me as the caregiver how I need to take care of her over the next 10 days. Lesson number 3 is the Instagram versus reality. It's really easy to watch these videos on Instagram and see somebody go from pre-op through day 10 in the comfort of your own home. But when you're in the trenches, those 10 days are long, and The recovery process takes time. Vitamin T, as Dr. Nyack says. So you have to be patient, you have to trust the process, and you have to trust that his team's going to take the best care of you. Which brings me to the last and final point, the relationship that Dr. Nyack has with his patients. If you're watching this video, you know Dr. Nyack's pedigree, you know his reputation in the plastic surgery community, you know how phenomenal he is as a surgeon. But what you might not know is how phenomenal he is as a person. He invested in Ella on a personal level. This was not a transactional experience. It was a personal relationship that was built. And I, as Ella's husband, could take a deep breath knowing that she was well taken care of, not only by him, but his team with love, compassion, and care. And that meant the world to me. So in closing, I just wanted to say thank you to Dr. Nyack. Thank you to the team. You guys were amazing. You took the best care of Ella, and that meant the world to me. Thank you.
I hope you found this information helpful. If you did, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell icon so you can see my future content.